Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Blaze and welcome back to Sky Factory 3. In the last episode, we built this guy who is gigantic and really cool looking. The Draconic Energy Core Tier 7, which was higher than what we needed, but I figured why not. And we started planning out some stuff. We started working on trying to get a diamond block dimension, which we're halfway there with the material absorber. We'll need to get some pretty high level stuff for that, but in terms of like the dimlet pieces, but everything else should be okay. And the reason we're going to be doing that is because we need a lot of diamonds for the max size big reactor. And then the last thing we did last time was trying to get this train scanner to work. And well, I think I have it to where I can work it. I think I understand how it works now, and it's kind of weird. One, it does require power. Two, it does not require. There's the big chest. It does not require this biome scanner ultimate, but it does make things a little bit easier. And we're just gonna place it here on our big chest island, I guess is what I'm calling it. Colossal chest island, whatever. And we're just gonna place these two guys like so. And we have this map now. We can see a map around us, and we can scan various things. We can set how fast it scans them. And basically what this guy will do is rebuild the world. So the question is, what is most of the stuff? Is there a way? I wonder. We click to scan that. We can't scan that one. Okay. Let's give this some power. And there's a lot of power there. It'll eventually work. I wish I could see the biomes. So if we're in this one, we can go, what, 1, 2, 3. We can go quite a few chunks forward. I want to find... I wish I could, like, mark... Here's a taiga. So if we look at the map, show grid, there we go. So the biome that the biome scanner is in, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 away. So let's see. And it was the 6th one, I do believe. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one. Already building. So theoretically, if we head out here to the taiga, it should start rebuilding that platform. Or that chunk, rather. The problem is, and I was worried about this. Output. Okay. Speed. Turn on. So, yeah, there it goes. There is the bedrock and everything, and it's going to be pretty quick so long as we give it power. It's missing a block there. That's interesting. Wow, look at the ores. I wonder how that actually figures it up. But, yeah, so that is going to generate new biomes. So what I'm going to do, and this is... Oh, wow, it's also going to use a ton of power. So... yeah, it's not gonna be perfect, obviously, because it's even gonna make caves and everything. That's really neat. So yeah, whatever the actual chunk would have, it's gonna have, and that looks so cool. We're probably gonna light it up a little bit, potentially, but it ran out of power. So here's what I'm gonna do. This is a very, very hungry power source, power thing. So I'm just going to leave that as is for right now. I do want to go ahead. We're going to light up the caves. Actually, nah. You know what? We're not going to. I will say this one looks really cool. And it's partially just because of this pillar. But that looks really cool. So, yeah. What we'll do is I'm going to kind of probably work on this between episodes more than anything. And I think what we'll end up doing is getting some flux plugs to basically repower, to power that stuff remotely. But I'm worried about how much energy it actually takes to make a chunk. And I am having some lag. That's odd. Hopefully it will buff out, because I don't want that. But yeah, so something to kind of consider. But for now, we'll kind of leave it as is. That is an achievement that we're going to have to do eventually. Yeah, train scanner to generate 5 different biome chunks. And we're going to do 5 different biome chunks. We're going to kind of run around. And I want to do, like, the normal biomes, not like... So, like, taiga, not taiga hills. We'll probably find a forest or a plains. Maybe a desert, something like that. That'd be kind of cool. Excuse me. So, what are we going to do today? Well, we're going to work on blood magic. We're going to try to plow through the rest of blood magic's like quests and all that kind of stuff. As you can see, I went ahead and got the blink runes that we need for the next tier, which would be a tier 4. Remember, altar itself is tier 1, tier 2 is this layer, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5, which is what we need to get to, and we already have the beacons for that, and then tier 6 would be here. So what all do we have to do? Well, we need to get a master blood orb, automate LP collection, sigil of the phantom bridge, bound blade, pickaxe, axe, and shovel. We already have the bound blade. We need the other 3 tools. Living armor, automate creation of demonic slates, and create a tier 5 blood altar. So I'm going to go for the tier 6 with the exception of the caps. We'll probably put something up there. Do we have access to, since crystal clusters is what you would normally put up there, you can't get those in this version of blood magic. I don't even know if you can get them in the like current version of blood magic. The end game was kind of reworked a little bit. There's a lot of stuff that's new and added, like the demon crystallizer and all the crystal stuff, plus the wills, the Tartaric wills and whatnot. So there's a lot of changes to blood magic, and they never did anything about the end. So while you can technically get a tier 6 blood altar, you can't get the things. You can't get the capstones, I guess is what they'd be called. So we'll find something that kind of looks like the crystal clusters. And I think what we'll do is probably voidstone. Maybe the raw or the metallic voidstone. And we'll just make that because it'll look cool. And I'll have the runes because why not? And they'll probably just be normal runes, but most of these runes will end up upgrading. Now, we have a good number of reinforced and blank slates, but we need to automate the blood stuff. And to do that, we're going to need a ritual. So that's what we're going to focus on today. Let's get rid of the void stuff. But before we do anything else, we need to make, I believe it is bloodstone bricks. Let's check. I think this one will be easier to check in. Not that. Architect. Let's see. Runes of capacities, magician, blood orb. Upgrading. So tier 3 onwards, you can use these. Yep. That's blood altar. I don't think this is going to have a lot of information, that most of which I don't really care about. Mimics. Alright, you can make block mimics. That is cool stuff. But, block reader, this thing. So currently only simply shift right click a blood altar in the world to tell you what blocks are required for the next altar. Cool. So I guess we'll use this. So if we right click this, large bloodstone bricks. So it is the bloodstone bricks. And to get those, we use the weak blood shards that we got last time, or a couple times ago, a couple episodes ago, to get the weak blood shards. And then all we need to do is come up here, grab a piece of stone, and we combine these and we get 16 large bloodstone bricks, or large bloodstone bricks. I guess it is, let's see, is it these? Let's get our divination sigil. It said large bloodstone bricks. I thought it was the crafted ones. So currently it says tier 3. So if we put these here, it's tier 4 now. Okay, that's what we had to do. So we now have a tier 4 altar, and that means we can start making other things. Let's put that stuff away. So I think the next thing we need to do is make a master blood orb. Now this requires 25,000 blood and a weak blood shard. We can get more weak blood shards fairly easily just by killing things with our bound blade. So we need to get blood. Now how much blood can we actually have? We can only have 10,000. So in order to get this, we're going to need to do some active harvesting of blood, or we could make a ritual. I think we're going to do the active, just because it'll be a little bit better. And as long as we kind of keep up with the craft, it shouldn't be too bad. Oh, and there we go. We already got it. Cool. So there is, the master blood orb. And I'm going to go ahead and let that guy drink up some blood. And let's go ahead and turn that off and kill these guys. Okay. So with a tier 4 altar, we can do a lot of cool stuff. We have the blood orb. That is the first achievement. And we also have the bloodstone. So let's get rid of that. And the next thing that I want to do, let's go ahead and put the work in to get the ritual stuff. So in order to use rituals, we're going to need 3 components. 4 technically. We're going to need the master ritual stone, which is not that hard to make. We're going to need normal ritual stones, also not that hard to make. And then we're also going to need an activation crystal. And the weak one will work. We don't need to make the better one yet. In fact, we can't because that requires a tier 5 altar. But the weak one will work. And with all of that stuff, we could technically make the ritual I want. The ritual we're going to make is called the Well of Suffering. And basically what it is it checks for living entities, living non-player entities, and sacrifices them. And it puts the blood in the altar. That's it. It uses a little bit of power to activate, and it uses a little bit of power every time it kills something or damages something. I don't know if it flat out kills them. I think it does. And where it gets that power is from our soul life network, our LP. So we have, what, 136,000? So every once in a while we'll need to put in a blood orb and just collect a little bit more. We will get more out of it than it puts in. I think it's like 10 LP every damage, and it puts 25 in. So you get profit, but you have, some people will make 2 altars, one specifically for sacrificing, one for crafting, and always leave a blood orb in the sacrificing one. We're not going to do that. We'll just kind of switch back and forth, because honestly, we don't need that much stuff. That's going to be too, like, we're going to need a lot of runes, and that's about it. So I can kind of manage bouncing back and forth between the blood orb and not. But in order to do all this stuff, we are going to need, we're going to need a blood orb to begin with, and we're going to need some stuff. Now, you might notice that there is different ritual stones, and these things you get from marking them with elemental inscription tools. Well, that's not bad. We could do it that way, or we could make this ritual diviner. And this thing will automatically place all the blocks, mark them as we need them to, and basically set up the rituals for us automatically. It's really nice, and I've never actually done any of the ritual stuff without it, so it's useful. So that's the technically fourth element we're going to need. So let's start by making the ritual diviner. The reason being is this will also tell us how many runes we need for each ritual, and then we can kind of do math, because I don't remember, and it's in the like 30-ish category. So to get the ritual diviner, we're going to need 4 diamonds, and then these elemental inscription tools, and a stick. So we're going to need obsidian, magma cream, a gas tier, and a block of lapis. So lapis, we're going to need a bit of obsidian, so let's just take like 2 stacks of it. A gas tier, which we have plenty of, and magma cream, which we also have plenty of, thanks to mostly our chickens, to be honest. I love those things. Chickens. Okay, secret. I love things that, like, plants and animals that give you resources. The mystical crops, or whatever these are called, magical crops, mystical agriculture, whatever. Used to be called magical crops, or at least a similar mod was called that. The chickens, I just love that kind of stuff. Bees are one of my favorite things as well. So I like things that give you resources, so you can kind of just sit back and collect the goods. Okay. So we're going to need to turn this guy back on. Now these inscription tools do not require too much in terms of blood. So we'll fill it up. And we'll get all these guys. Now if you wanted to build the rituals yourself, you would use these. They have a durability. And that's it. But like I said, don't recommend that. It's much easier just to do it this way. Alright, we're going to continue getting some more blood, so let's put that back in there. And kill a bunch of villagers. And then we need 4 diamonds and a stick. But we should be able to do this in here, so... Oh, great. Does it matter? It's fire, air, earth, water. Cool. There's the ritual diviner. Now, we can upgrade this thing to have dusk runes as well as dawn runes, which the dawn runes don't exist. You can't get those, but the dusk runes might be needed. But what we can do is... I gotta remember how to do it. Ritual of the Full Spring. We want Well of... It is not there. Does the Well of Suffering require dusk runes? That might be a thing. Let's check the book. And in the Ritual Master, Well of Suffering... Ritual stones. And it talks about those. And then Ritual Diviner. And probably doesn't have it. So let's go ahead and upgrade this one. And it tells you what runes it needs and everything like that. There's even augment stuff. That's new. I don't know what that's about. So let's upgrade it. So we're gonna need 2 demonic slates and 2 blocks of coal. Okay, I think we can handle this. So coal. I don't know if this is right or not. We might not need to do this, but we're gonna go ahead and do this. All right, so let's turn this on. And we have a tier 4 altar, so there is dusk. And dusk. And then we're going to need 2 of these guys upgraded to demonic tier. So let's, for the time being, put in, whoops, the blank slate one. And then these should upgrade, no problem. And then we'll take it out when it's demonic. Which is something we need to automate anyways. Apologies for the villagers, they're loud. Cool, so, nope, that's still imbued. Great, that means that it needs to get all the blood again. And it's quite a bit of blood, actually. So it's 5,000 to get to the immune, and then it's 15,000 to get to the demonic. And that's as far as it can go for now. So we're going to need another... We're going to need another thing. Let's fly back over here. Let's get another filter. Do I have any just lying around? No, of course not. Okay, filter. So we can get another filter. We'll set this to the demonic. And then we can get demonic slates. Very easy. Cool. So reinforced slate goes in. We murder these guys for a bit. And then we'll get what we want. So once we figure out how many things we're going to need, let's turn the villagers down. Friendly creatures. That's better. Okay, so once we figure out what we're going to need, ritual stone wise, we'll be good to kind of go. So I guess let's go ahead and put the master Blood Orb back in there. Let's grab our other demonic slate. And let's make this upgraded Ritual Diviner. Full Spring, Serenade of the Nether, Well of Suffering. So evidently it does require Dusk Runes. It does. 36 total runes, so we need 40 in total. So that's 10 recipes worth of Ritual Stones. That is actually not too bad. Okay, so we have some extra obsidian. I'm going to put some of that in there. And hopefully we have enough slates. If not, we'll deal with that. So let's clear up our inventory just a little bit. And we have 2 of these legendary loot bags. Got some, look like mana steel. And a notch apple. Okay, cool. Don't really care, to be honest. Alright, so the question is, we're going to need 40 of these reinforced slates. So let's go ahead and get that taken care of. And turn that on. Turn that on. And then we're actually fairly close, so it's not too bad. We'll work on some other stuff while this is kind of working. And then Archmage, Master, Magician's Blood Orb does work. So we'll do something like this. Let's get some blood going. And then what we're going to do is work on the other stuff. So we need to get, what, 3 more binding reagents. So that's gold, redstone, goldstone, glowstone, and gunpowder. So gold, let's just take like half a stack of gold, redstone, and glowstone up there. and gunpowder. If we ever want to do any of the alchemy stuff, which I think still exists, there's an alchemy table. Yes, it still exists. We could. Sorry. Didn't mean to just punch them, but whatever. So let's see. If we throw this in here, we need... I believe it's only 3, right? Let's get this reorganized. Okay, so we obtained a Master Blood Orb. Got that. So, Bound Blade, Pickaxe, Axe, and Shovel. We have the Bound Blade, so we need 3 more. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to need some will. And I don't actually remember how much for the binding reagents we need. Minimum 400, drains 10. Okay. So that will work once, and then we need to go get a little bit more will. Let's fill that up with blood again. And then the question is, if we grab this and our sentient sword, what do we have on will? 395, 22. That's losing will. Okay. Don't do that. Evidently you have to kill hostile mobs. So let's go turn our zombies on. And this won't take too long to get the other 2. Oh right, I have a lever. Okay. So we just need a little bit of will. And we're already at 410. Let's go ahead and get a bit more. Alright, that should be good enough. Let's go ahead and finish killing these guys. And then... Cool. Put those in there. We'll just go around the back. Let's turn our magnet off. And cool. So we have all the will we need to get the thing we want. We're getting close with the ritual stones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. And should just be able to do this and get the rest of the stuff. So we're going to have 3 binding reagents. Now to make the pickaxe, axe, and shovel, we just need the diamond tools. So that should not be a problem. So let's just take the sticks in this recipe and make these. So shovel, axe, and pickaxe. Cool. Now, I don't have any plans to use these tools, mostly because they are kind of dangerous, to be honest. You can easily kill yourself with this stuff, because it uses your blood network, your soul network. So if you're not like properly prepared, it can be bad. But if I remember correctly, all we have to do is put the array down, put the binding agent, and then the tools, and that should be it. So we're just going to do this right out here. So do we right click it? I don't remember. Yes. Stand back because there will be lightning. And we'll get the bound pickaxe and the bound everything else. So let's, while we're over here, get a lot of blood. Alright. There is the bound pickaxe, which we are going to right click just to bind to ourselves. And do that 2 more times. Here comes the shovel. And, yeah, I think we have enough stuff for now. 9, yes. Definitely do. So there is the bound shovel. Once again, right-clicking. It does a lot of... These things have, like, special abilities. I don't know what they all are, I'll be honest. But they're very powerful items. They're just also kind of dangerous to use. So we'll put these guys down here. The bound blade is a little bit more useful to us. Same with the sentient sword. Arcane ashes can go there. So there is the bound axe. And yeah, they are very powerful. They like clear out complete areas and all that kind of fun stuff. Now just to kind of demonstrate, they do look weird when they're bound. When they're unbound, they look like normal tools. Just FYI. Anyways, I think it's appropriate that it's raining for this. So let's get the ritual stones. So we need 36 of these. And then we're going to need 4 obsidian. And we should be able to make the master ritual stone. So, there we go. We have everything but one thing now. There's still one ingredient missing to all this. We can go ahead and do that. We're gonna need more guys. Let's turn that off. Put that back in there. Get some blood. And now we need to make the weak activation crystal. So that requires a lava crystal. And that's not too bad. It does require 3 buckets of lava. Let's go ahead and sleep and get rid of this rain. 3 buckets of lava. It's not the nicest thing, but it's not that bad. So, can we make a lava crystal? We need 1 more bucket. And we should have lava in our system. Let's see. Can I do this? No, of course not. I don't remember how to do that. Anyways, I guess we'll just come out here. Lava down, lava bucket. Alright, so we'll put that there. That'll make the lava crystal. While we're over here, we'll dump off that. And lava crystal just needs a little bit of blood. Nothing major. We're going to leave the spawner on. And remember, this is a disturbed spawner. So the villagers will despawn after like a minute or something. Not very much time. And more importantly, it costs nothing to spawn them. They just constantly spawn. Alright, so we have to bind that to ourselves. And it will activate rituals. So then, last thing we need to do is set up this ritual. And I believe we can do it just by going underneath here. And we're going to put the Master Ritual Stone here. So, I do believe we can deactivate this with a lever. If we want to. Which will probably set that up. Just to be safe. And then all we'll need to do is... Oh, cool. It gives you a ghost image, so we can see that... we can see that I think it is not appropriate there. So let's break that for a second. Come over here and let's take a look at what this looks like. So there's 4 around it, and then it goes up 1 after, let's see, 1, 2, 3 blocks? 4 blocks. 3 or 4 blocks. So if we put it here, there's 4 around it, and then it goes up after 1, 2. So yeah, it's should probably be a little bit lower. So let's put it like right here and see if that looks better. Now there's not many blocks in this. It needs to go 1 lower, unless we want it to interfere with our stairs. It would actually be right here, which, that's okay. I can live with that. So we just break the middle block in each of these. They'll be replaced by the ritual. Right here. And then I believe we just right click it, hold right click, and it will set up all the ritual stones. So the next one it wants to place is being interfered with the tree. So the tree has to go. That's okay. We're not using that anymore anyways, so who cares? And that should be everything. Cool. So this is the Well of Suffering. Our incense altar looks awful now. But what we can do, and just for the time being, we're going to throw this guy in here. So yeah, you can see that the ritual runes are kind of hooking through. We're going to put that in there, and then we'll store that upstairs. This can go on this level. And cool. So yeah, what we can do now is take this weak activation crystal. Now it will take a good bit of blood. I'm not entirely sure how much. It's like 50,000 or something like that. But we come down here. Actually, we can find out how much blood it takes. We currently have 165,000. Rush of energy flows through. And you can see it is automatically giving us LP. Now, oh, it also killed the pig. That's funny. So it will just constantly do this. And we're going to get, I mean, we've already almost got back to where we were. The ritual takes like 40 to 50,000 LP to use, so that is not too bad. Now, I do believe, like I said before, I think we can turn it off with a lever. So let's get a stick. Actually, let's just do it this way. Lever. What is that? There's still something that was like 1 minute or something. Oh, self-resetting lever. That's kind of cool, actually. What is that? Random things? Ender IO. Huh. So I do believe we can put a lever on this guy. It's kind of hard to get into here. But it is deactivated. And we can turn it on and off at will. We don't have to reactivate the ritual or anything like that. So if we get tired of this, we can just turn it off. Now the cool thing is, if those guys all died, which they will eventually, and just to kind of demonstrate something, we're going to do this real quick. We're just going to turn this back on. We'll turn this back on for now. But if those guys all died, the ritual wouldn't do anything. And it wouldn't cost us any life or anything like that. It would just be off. So, automate LP collection. And what we're actually currently doing is automating the collection of demonic slates. So here in a second, we'll get a demonic slate. And that'll be that. So we're going to go ahead and mark that one off too. Now, at this point, only thing we can really do to make this go faster is to add more speed runes, more sacrifice runes, runes of sacrifice. We could add more runes of capacity. There's a couple of those. So basically at this point, what I need to do is collect a bunch of slates by just doing this, walking away, AFKing, or doing something else for an hour or so, and then coming back. And we'll have everything we need. So, yeah, that's gonna be it for today's episode. Next time, we're gonna make the Sigil of the Void Phantom. We'll walk over the Void a little bit, I guess. We're gonna make some living armor. And FYI, it is using up LP, but as you can see, it's pretty slow. So as long as I don't AFK too long and switch that out for an orb every once in a while, this system is self-contained. It will do everything we want it to do. We just need to make a bunch of runes now. So I'm going to work on that between episodes. And like I said, next time we're going to make the Sigil of the Void Phantom, living armor, and the tier 5 blood altar. Plus our fake tier 6. Real quick. Just want to make sure those don't have darkness. So yeah, that's the plan. And then we will continue on doing other stuff. I don't know what we'll do from there. Maybe continue working on the technology stuff. Maybe at that point I'll have a bunch of diamonds that we can do something with. We'll kind of play it by ear. So that's the plan. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!